Welcome to the beautiful archipelago of Windblown, a beautifully crafted world of floating islands with a massive cyclone threatening to tear it apart. The visuals are clean and inviting, pulling you into an environment that's both mysterious and engaging. Although the game is in early access, the art direction and world building show a lot of promise. The core gameplay is fast-paced and satisfying, with tight controls that make movement feel natural. As you defeat enemies, you'll occasionally gain new abilities, not directly tied to specific foes, but rather as a random chance drop, similar to like Hades. This keeps each run unpredictable, encouraging experimentation with different builds and different powers. Now, one of the standout mechanics is the movement. Dashing and jumping are so smooth and responsive, and actually later in the game, you can actually unlock a perk that allows you to chain jumps together to basically just glide through each level. What makes this even nicer is that it's an optional feature, so you can actually turn it off in the settings if you prefer a more grounded playstyle. There's also a cooperative mode allowing up to 2 friends to join in with you and tackle the game's challenges together, which does add a nice little fun social element to it. Currently, Windblown features 4 or so distinct biomes, each filled with hidden areas and secrets waiting to be discovered. The visuals and music complement each other beautifully, creating an immersive atmosphere for each environment. More secrets and complex puzzles would enhance the exploration even further. The music, the fluidity of gameplay, and the skill ceiling really elevate this game. Now, that being said, the music can get a little overbearing as you hear the swoon of the chorus hit for the 20th time in the last hour because you suck and you keep on dying. But that's just a small opinion. Windblown does offer great replay value with its diverse build options and layered difficulty modes that unlock later on. Now, that said, a full run can still feel short as there's only so many different biomes and only a few different bosses. However, with more content likely to be added in future updates, there's a lot of potential for deeper and more varied runs. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows though. It was a bittersweet moment as I was ripping through enemies that I learned that maybe my build wasn't just really efficient, but I was actually bugged with immunity. It was nice to be able to go ahead and solo just and capture footage, but I felt like I was cheated out of the fulfillment of beating it myself. Also, people have complained in Steam comments that performance can dip in the later zones, especially on older systems, though it did run smoothly on my setup. The combat is straightforward but engaging, with a smooth, fluid feel kind of reminiscent of Dead Cells. New mechanics like execute moves and swap attacks add excitement and make each encounter feel a little bit more dynamic, even if it is basically a glorified big damage button. Co-op play does run smoothly with a clever-ish revive system that keeps teammates involved even when someone is downed. Although this is kind of a very love-hate type relationship with people online, so take it with a grain of salt. There are a few areas where Windblown could improve. The character customization is non-existent between switching a couple of different models, and the bosses could use more variety and depth to make them more memorable. More enemy types and maybe some more just story-driven elements would add a lot to the experience. Also, starting with only 3 gift slots kind of feels a little restrictive. Expanding this would really enhance the strategic depth of each run, especially early on. At its core, Windblown is an exciting early access game with solid mechanics and loads of potential. It's fun, fast, and already offers hours of entertainment, especially if you add in the co-op. Now, with updates likely to add more biomes, bosses, and secrets, Windblown is definitely worth a look. Even at full price, it's a great value, and on sale like it is right now, it's an absolute steal. So thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for even more updates on Windblown as it continues to evolve.